saw Bridges back in the game. Is there any word on what happened?
Nothing yet.
After they're at the end, they split the free throws. You had a timeout left, and maybe decided to just let them go.
Not wanting to give them a chance to set their defense, put better defenders in the game. Look at how many looks we got at it. I mean, we were able to get a number of good shots, just couldn't convert them. But it wasn't, I mean, when you lose by 1 point, there's a lot that contributes to that. You know, when you let a team get 20 plus second chance points and you give up 41 free throws, that's what they do. That's what we said before the game. They crash the glass to get second chance points and they get to the line. They executed their game plan perfectly. And our force to keep them off the glass and keep them out of our paint just wasn't there. We had to go to a switching defense at the end. And that helped us a little bit, but you have to give them credit. They executed their game plan.
Making offensive rebounds. Been talking about that all season about the board. At what point in the huddle were you like, hey, you know, we see what's going on?
Well, they had 5 in the first quarter, you know, so they're headed for a 20 offensive rebound night. We did much better in the second half. I think they had 10 at halftime, but they converted. That was the thing that hurt us. And we just kept fouling them. And we couldn't get the calls. You know, we only had 19 and we attacked the paint as much as anybody, you know, so the frustrations of our guys is understandable when you're getting hit going to the paint and then you got to watch other teams go to the line. That's frustrating. And I get it. That's something that we have to overcome.
How much you try to overcome that?
Mentally, what else can you do? I can sit here and say something real smart and get a $25,000 fine, but I'm not going to do that. I mean, just look at the stat sheet and you can see we just got to keep going to the paint and hopefully it'll work. I mean, this is like, you know, do I got to run out on the floor and get a tech to bring attention to it? Like, you shouldn't have to do all that stuff, you know? We just have to be mentally tough enough to keep doing what we do. We lost 1 game. We've had a good stretch. We did not execute our game plan. Didn't keep them off the glass. We can sit here and talk about the free throws all night long or fouling them or the free throw disparity, but they started the game getting offensive rebounds. And then in the second half, they were just in our paint the whole second half until we went to a switching defense. So there's no method to overcome free throw disparity. I don't have one.
With the 36 points.
Yeah. In our paint, you know, they were just attacking us in pick and roll. We went to a switching defense and started trapping off of it. That messed them up a little bit. We went to zone, that messed them up a little bit. But in our standard coverages, we just weren't as sound tonight.
Was that just the first dribble defense? Was it the help?
It was a number of things. In the normal coverage, they got to the paint, they were dropping it off to the big for dunks. And then we had the blitz, Green and Porter. And then that gave up threes on the backside with Matthews one time and Eric in the corner. So again, when you give a team the momentum, because they have the ball so much, you know what I'm saying? It's bound to turn. We had a good lead and we just didn't protect it.
How did you like Payne and Devin were able to make that first pass? I like how much they were restricting DA and paint.
Yeah, I mean that's just who we are though. When teams shift and load the paint against those guys, I thought they did a decent job finding guys on the backside. We shot 45 from 3. I mean, that's something has to overcome that, and it was the free throws, you know. On top of that, we had 18 turnovers. So that's not us.
How much of the foul do you think hindered Payne at least at the start and maybe carried over or something?
I mean, I don't want to speculate, but it has to be frustrating, you know, just the eye test. But I thought we did a much better job in the second half of coming out in the third quarter, at least from an offensive standpoint. We were decent, but defensively, that's not us giving up that many points to a team. I mean, we basically gave up 3 30-point quarters tonight. In the first quarter, we gave up 27. So our defense was not at the highest level tonight.
What do you think of Sarge's start?
It's a tough start. I mean, he had, you know, I typically don't look at the plus minus. He had the best plus minus, but this was a tough game for him. The reason why I did it was to try to help with the rebounding, and it didn't help as much in the first half. In the second half, we did a much better job. I thought he was solid. He didn't get a lot of opportunities to score tonight, and that's hard. You know, you hope a guy can come in and inject you with a little bit of juice and make some plays. He hadn't played in a long time, but I thought he was solid. He had one really good drive to the paint and had an up and under and just missed that one. But I thought he was solid. And again, we may go to a different lineup the next game. It'll be based on the team that we play.
So what you saw, what you also found in the fourth quarter,
It's all right.
The Cam's, performance tonight, really well shooting until the fourth quarter and get the 3 tied. But do you feel that the 4 turnovers, maybe you shouted out?
No, I thought the one turnover, I put him in a tough situation. He was looking for the pass to Jock, and you sometimes when you tell a guy to look for a certain play, they try to do what you ask him to do. He could have been aggressive on that. I put him in that position. I like his aggressiveness. He had 12 assists and 20 points, and I probably played him about 6 or 7 minutes more than I wanted to, but we needed a ball handler in the game to help out when we took Book out. So I thought he was really good tonight. When he took those shots, he had 1-3 on the right wing. I thought we could have held it and got a better shot in transition, but he was feeling it a little bit. Again, I love his balance. I love what he's done for our team. He got us organized in a number of situations tonight.
Do you feel like that with his performance lately, since Chris has been out, it gives a little bit more ball time for Chris?
It has nothing to do with Chris's recovery. Cam playing, that's Chris's deal is based on his health. That's it.
Like Coach, not frustrated that at the end you guys got 4 looks at it.
That was tough, man. So wish we would have hit it, kept the streak going. We got some good looks though.
When you in a situation like that, are you better at no timeout, go make something happen, or would you prefer a timeout maybe to go?
Nah, go play. I feel like we had good looks. I think Book had 2 good shots. I had a good shot. We got offensive rebounds. You can ask for a better shot. We could have called timeout, but we would have allowed them to set their defense, allowed them to hit Book or something. I don't know, trap Book, but we just played. Shoot, I'm taking that. That's fine. If Book would have hit that shot, man, we wouldn't been talking about no timeout.
You guys up by 16 and they started coming back. What did they do that made them come back, or was something that we got didn't do?
Offensive rebounds and free throws. Fourth quarter, they scored 36. I just got to keep them off the boards, keep them off the free throw line.
I guess the challenge of that mentally when you see that they're getting double the amount of free throws.
Well, for Book, he be hot. But man, shoot, for me, they don't call fouls for me. Book be on them. They don't really call them. It's tough, but that's just something we gotta adapt to. That's not just this game. It had been happening all season. So we gotta figure out a way to get to the line more or keep them off the line more. Either where it go. Either we gotta play better defense, perfect defense, or get to the basket more.
And you've had said before about the turnovers, and even if you have a good night, but point guard mentality, you can't turn the ball over. And coach just said that one situation might put you in and keep it to Jock that that was probably something I did not you. How do you feel about your night in that situation?
I don't like it. We ain't win. I had 4 turnovers. The night wasn't good at all. If we win, night good. If not, it ain't good. We had 17 turnovers and I had 4. I can't have no turnovers. That's just plain and simple. And it's not on coach. I gotta make a better pass, better read.